best for last, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say thanks for allowing me to be here. I'm excited to be here at Nebraska. It's an amazing place, so thank you guys. Excited about the opportunity.
Questions, guys?
Hey, Coach. Sean Callahan with Husker Online. When did you know you were coming here, and how hard was it to kind of be quiet about it for quite some time and not maybe be publicly involved in recruiting and things going on over January?
Yeah, so a new coach when Coach took the job, he had reached out to me, asked me if I wanted to come coach the linebackers, and him and I had that conversation, and I finished the season in Carolina and came out here when it was done.
What made you want to come to Nebraska?
Well, number one, the tradition here is unbelievable, but also I've been with Coach Rhule for a long time. Him and I have a really good relationship with each other. I know that he's going to do something great. We're going to do something great here, so it's something that I wanted to be a part of.
Rob, did you kind of, Mitch Sherman from The Athletic, did you kind of get started in coaching early? I'm sorry, I was looking at your bio from Temple, but if you can kind of take us through that.
Yeah.
You played, got hurt, started in coaching. How did this profession begin for you?
Yeah, so I played 2 years. I played my sophomore and my freshman year. Coach Rhule was my head coach when I was a sophomore. So I played, all the way to my last game of my sophomore year. I got injured in the last game. Unfortunately, that ended my career. I had a knee injury, and, at one point I went up to Coach, and I'm like, Coach, they said I'm done. I don't know what to do. Football's been my whole life. So he's like, well, why don't you just help out and start coaching? So I started student assistant coaching at the end of my sophomore year, just helping out, doing everything I can, sitting in the coaches' meetings, coaching the players. So I started out there, and then when Coach took the Baylor job, I went down there with him as quality control. I was there for 2 seasons. And then I left there and took a job at Lehigh University coaching the D-line for 2 years, which was an awesome experience for me as well. And then go to Carolina with Coach for 2 seasons, and then now I'm here. So it's been about 10 years, and a lot of it with Coach.
Did that just happen because of the opportunity that was presented to you when you got hurt in college, or did you think even before that it was something you knew you would want to do eventually?
Yeah, that's a good question. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I was an education major in college. I've always had a passion to help young people, and football felt like the way that I could do that. I've done it my whole life. I've always really enjoyed the game and helping people, so I wanted to stay involved as much as I could.
What have your conversations with Nick and Luke been like? They've obviously been starters for 2 years now.
Yeah, we've had great conversations. My biggest thing coming here is getting to know those guys. I want to build a relationship with them, and obviously we started to do some football and workouts and all those type of things, but to me, I need to have a really good personal relationship with everyone in that room. So it's been good to kind of see where their minds are at, with previous schematic things and what they need to improve on. So just really getting to know them as people and getting more of the football now.
Evan, in Omaha World Herald, you talk about who's in your room. Do you have a sense of who that is right now with a new defensive system coming in and an edge rusher and a linebacker, or is that still sort of being sorted out?
Yeah, I think we're still kind of sorting it out. We're evaluating the guys right now, their movement, running around. They're all in their shorts and shirts, so we're not really doing football yet. So I think it'll take through the spring to really evaluate to see what's on the roster, where can we improve some areas, where do we need to help the guys in certain areas. So it's still a work in progress.
What are some qualities of a top-end linebacker that you're going to be looking for?
Yeah, so we're going to try to find the guys that are tough, smart, competitive, but also have great traits. They're long, they can run, they're explosive, they can change direction. Obviously, size is a huge factor in that as well. So we're trying to find all those things and make sure they're right for us.
How would you describe Tony White's defense?
That's a great question. Chaos.
How does that manifest itself schematically from what you can, and not giving away secrets here, but how does that manifest itself?
Well, it's structured in a way that we can get to a lot of different fronts. We can get a lot of different coverages in many different ways of doing it. So it's hard to describe because we could do a lot of things, but it could also look the same. So it's been really cool to learn the system with Coach White and see how we could, win on defense.
Is it anything like anything that you've been with before?
Yeah, very similar. A lot of systems I've been in before. We've run 4 down, we run 3 down, we run 5 down, we went into 3-3 stack stuff. So I've been part of systems that are like it. Yeah.
A follow-up to the question about the personnel, and I know maybe you don't know, like you said, exactly who's going to be with you, but question about a couple of the transfers, MJ and Chief Borders.
Mm-hmm.
You expecting to have those guys? Are they coming to you now with stuff as your position coach?
Yeah, yep. They've been in my room and trying to find the right space for all those guys. But they've been a pleasure to work with.
What do you think in particular about those two and just the experience that they have coming from programs that they were in and what they can add here?
Nothing in particular to them too. I think everyone within the room has been doing a really good job. They're tough kids, they work hard, they're competitive, and that's what we're looking for within the room.
Hey Rob, Luke Mullen from the Lincoln Journal-Star. We've heard about kind of how the staff has a united, message in recruiting, but what's kind of your style? How do you pitch kids on the university?
Again, I think it all goes back to relationships. And the one thing I talk about with the guys, especially with my relationship with Coach, is, I've been a player for them and now I coach with them. So I kind of know what it's like to go, through this process and be recruited and be in their shoes. And, the one thing about us, and I know Coach Foley talked about it, what makes us special is that we are a family. We're all really close. We spend a ton of time together outside of football. We all have each other's back. And I think a lot of kids in high school right now are looking for that. Find the right place for them. Is it a family? Are they going to push me in the right way? How are they going to help me beyond football?
You guys made a push into Pennsylvania in recruiting this in 2023 class, and I'm sure have intentions to do more of that going ahead. It's not been a state that has produced a lot for Nebraska for a while. What's do Pennsylvania high school players have that's positive in your opinion and can add to this place?
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little biased because I'm from there, but they always got tough, athletic, really good football players, and so our job is trying to find the right ones that are for us. And obviously, the talent is a huge deal. So we're gonna go out and try to find the best ones, talented wise, and for the program, the right fit.
What did you take from your time in the NFL specifically, and kind of coaching different level athlete there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I took away with it is they're all like us. Like, I think there's a perception sometimes of like, oh, these guys make a lot of money. Prestigious athletes are always in the media, but they're all like us. They all want to learn. They all want to get better. If you have any good nuggets of information to help them, they're all willing to listen and learn. And I really enjoyed my time with them. A really good group of guys.
Anything else for Coach? No. All right, thanks.
Thank you guys.